Sup, Nerdmigos? I'm the Jive talking to John Norgrove. We've got wife here. We're at a different place in the house.
Ooh.
Because our house has a lot of sunlight in it, and it makes recording in this house at any time between the hours of like 10 a.m. and like 5 p.m. nearly impossible because there's just fucking bright spots.
Because we have tons of, and this is like the weirdest complaint, but we have like all these like bright spots. Either like there's a lot of windows, or there's like skylights and stuff. Yeah. But the walls of the inside of this house are painted like a super dark cherry, so it's just like it's just everything behind is black. So we are just like, it looks like we belong in the Bohemian Rhapsody video.
A white person, so you can't.
I guess.
You can't see her face. It's reflecting too much light. Because look, if I come forwards just a little bit, look how dark it is. Look at me brooding.
So creepy.
Look at all this brood.
It's so creepy. It's
Sup, Nerdmigos? I'm the brooding nerd, Jive talking nerd, John Norgrove.
What's happening with your voice?
I don't know. I'm trying to do brooding. What does brooding sound like? Whatever Batman does. What are you doing? Now he just growl yells at people. Yeah. This is another review drive. Now I sound like Macho Man Randy Savage.
Yeah, you too. Oh yeah.
Or does Batman in those fucking movies sound like Macho Man Randy Savage also? Let's put it out there, guys.
Oh, maybe that's it.
Spoiler alerts? No spoiler alerts on that. Those movies are old and they're not that great anyway. Anywho.
We also watched a movie that's kind of old and not that great.
It was Terrible Tuesday. For our Terrible Tuesday movie.
And it was my
Julie's birthday,
so I got to pick.
So Julie got to choose a movie, and because
I could not
she
find...
hates us, she decided to watch Jupiter Ascending. This is a Jupiter Ascending review drive.
So the reason that we watched Jupiter Ascending is because I wanted to watch a schlocky horror movie, but we're having to basically pick the movies from Netflix because that's all our group of people has in common with their streaming platforms.
Yeah.
And Netflix doesn't have any good
used to have a way better
movies.
Horror category.
I'm super disappointed in Netflix horror category right now. So we were going through other things so I could find something that we could consider a terrible movie, and we ended up with Jupiter Ascending because I was just like, yes, Channing Tatum, what's up?
Yeah, except for he's like a weird fox man in this movie, and he looks like fucking shit.
He's like a wolf man. He's like a albino wolf man.
He has a dumb little goatee, and he looks like he went to Flavortown and came back changed. So he looks so dumb in this movie. But then again, I mean, so does like all of the actors. This is the thing. The movie has great CGI, and it has good makeup.
It really does
and
have good
CGI,
practical,
and it has
practical effects.
It has so many
good
good
really
things,
good costuming. I
but
really like the costuming.
It's just like...
It's like space baroque.
All of it is like, this is a good idea, but it's a little dumb. Here's a great concept, kind of shitty execution. It's
ridiculous.
Here's a solid idea for a movie. What if we took out all the parts that explain anything that's happening?
Yeah.
You can't just throw away line about bees.
100% one of my guilty pleasure movies, and I watch it a couple of times a year because it's so absurd. But it's pretty to look at, and that's mostly why I have it on.
Yeah.
So I forced my friends to watch this. You're welcome.
So
I'm so happy.
Real quick,
So what does IMDb say the plot of this movie is? Hold on.
Before we get into the plot and stuff,
changing
the
format.
it up. Hold on.
Is there a format? There's
just so people are aware of what's going on. Let's see. Out of 5 Bs, how many queens would you give this?
Out of 5 Bs, I would give this...
Excuse me.
3 rocket shoes.
Okay, I'm gonna give this -1 stupid-looking Flavortown.
Wow, really?
I hate this movie so much, and this is
he kept pausing it during the movie to talk about how much he hated it, and it took us like 4 hours to watch it.
There are so many points in this movie where you're like, hey, I know that you just said a thing, but what the fuck are you talking about?
This guy.
At all. Or, hey, this is dope. We're not going to explore this anymore, guys. We're going to hint at it. Never talk about it. Nothing to do with the movie.
This movie has the feeling of like when you read a book and they turn it into a single movie, but there's like way too much in there for it, and they have to like leave out giant swaths of plot. Queen of the Damned, I'm looking at you. And you're just like, okay, this doesn't make any sense. And then everyone who like read the book is just like, we don't talk about that.
It's just
only there's no, as far as I'm aware, and please viewers correct me if I am wrong. There's no book. There's no graphic novel.
No,
this isn't based on anything.
Book.
I don't think it's based on anything.
No,
I think it just exists. I would have really liked to see like more of it, like as like a series. This would have been great as like a sci-fi movie series, like Stargate was.
I think that they could have done this movie without problem. And still had the universe and all this stuff. The movie feels like it was written by a fucking council of people, so there's no singular thread of logic. They definitely have like
cards to pull of specific plot points.
It's the oops, I dropped the deck of plot cards on the ground movie, and there are these like 20-minute asides where you're like, what the fuck is happening right now?
So for those of you that have not seen it, Jupiter Ascending is a movie where Mila Kunis is a nobody. She's like an orphan. Her parents died. She's also Russian.
Yeah, she's from Russia in this movie.
She's also
Although
Russian.
I think in real life she's also Russian, so maybe she's actually a secret queen, guys. Maybe this is the secret real life plot of Mila Kunis.
I love her, so I'm okay with
totally.
that.
No, she's the best.
So Mila Kunis is basically she's basically a house cleaner who's a nobody, and then she's super broke and her family's super broke, so she goes to go sell some eggs like from her uterus for extra money, and it turns out
I like that clarifier. Asterisk from her uterus. She wasn't just selling chicken eggs.
That there's like these aliens there, and they have to try and they are going to try to kill her, and she is a queen, like a reincarnated queen of this lady who is like the queen of all of the universe, and she has children who are still alive, and the children want to marry her, but Mila Kunis actually wants to like be involved with Channing Tatum. That is the best way I can explain this plot to you.
Let me read the IMDb plot description on this, just because it doesn't help. A young woman discovers her destiny as an heiress of intergalactic nobility and must fight to protect the inhabitants of Earth from an ancient and destructive industry.
Pull up the Netflix one. That one was also good.
Fight for... More like nearly give up saving the world really on 5 different occasions.
Super hard.
And each one of those, Channing Tatum,
he did
only
lots of
person who fought for it.
Lots of flying around on his hover
boots.
Oh
man. Yeah.
He also fought Sean Bean. Sean Bean is in this.
The whole plot behind him trying to get this is that he used to have wings. He's a wolf man who used to have wings, whatever. He used to have wings, and he wants to get his wings back because they were clipped.
Yeah.
And then, so she gets him his wings back.
Boots.
But he has fucking hover boots. Like, what? Who cares? That's sort of like, listen, you want a private jet, but instead we're going to give you a private airplane. It still gets you to the places you need to go. It's just a different kind of airplane.
Without having to have weird
also, they're not like
choices.
Genetically his wings. It's not like they took a bird and ripped its fucking arms off, right? Because a bird's wings are its arms.
Horrifying.
Right?
Yes. No,
instead, it's a fucking implant. So instead of having an implant, he just has to wear a pair of shoes.
Yeah.
You know.
Also, the wings are
dumb.
like at the very end. He takes off. He gets the wings reattached. Spoiler: this movie's 5 years old.
Yeah.
Good luck.
You've either already seen it or really don't want to have to see it. So
at the very end, he like takes off his jacket after he gets the wings back, and like the way that the wings slide out of the jacket indicate that these giant angel wings that he has are
They're
like all up in the sleeves and in the back. Boy,
it must be some sort of extra dimensional. They can fold in on themselves sci-fi shit.
They literally go out of the sleeves. You see the feather parts.
Could
of the
you
wings
imagine
come out
just
of the
like
sleeves?
feeling feathers rubbing against the inside of your arms constantly while you try to like fill out a paper or grocery
wouldn't that be
shop?
uncomfortable? Also, the wings have different joints than like your arms would. I don't know, guys. It doesn't make sense to me.
It's so sci-fi.
But this movie is fantastic. It is schlocky. It is ridiculous. The plot makes literally no sense. Yeah. Everyone who's nobility just whispers all the time. They just whisper all the time.
Yeah,
they either whisper or they yell when they're really mad. That's it. Sorry for those viewing headphones.
They have like old face makeup, so that way whenever they do the like transition to young person, because spoiler, and we haven't explained it.
Oh, they're like cyber vampires of some sort.
No. They seed planets to grow humans, to cull and harvest humans for like life energy, so that way they're rendered immortal, because in a world with all this imaginary technology, the only thing that matters is life or time or some dumbass saying like that. And then, so that's what they're doing. And apparently Earth was one of these planets they seeded. They're the ones that wiped out the dinosaurs and seeded a bunch of fucking humans on there. And they're human by the fucking by, so humans aren't even from Earth. It's a whole fucking thing.
Yeah, humans are from somewhere else, super far away. Yeah, the plot
it's just, and they're like Earth is the most precious commodity, you know, and it's worth, so, you know, like at one point in time, the older brother who owns Earth is like I own Earth, and the younger brother's like, I'll trade all of my planets for Earth, and he's like, Earth is worth more than your entire like repertoire of planets. What makes Earth? At no point in time do they address what makes Earth special.
Especially
like
because
at all.
Earlier
it's
on,
not even population density.
Well, earlier in the movie, they say that, like, basically, how dare you think that there's no life anywhere on all these planets. There's actually a really good line by Channing Tatum that says something along the lines of, like, well, of course there's life other than
Earth.
Like,
you guys tend to panic when you figure out that it's obvious.
Like, you live on a planet in a universe of so many planets that you don't even have your brain can't even comprehend.
Well, you don't have a number to describe the number of planets.
And that your brain can't even comprehend how many planets. Like, of course there's other life besides Earth.
Well, and also, this is my thing. Okay, so they're harvesting life from Earth.
Yeah.
To sell as life energy. But, like, what about the dragon people? Can they use Earth life energy?
Unclear.
Can you just harvest dragon people?
Everyone that's not the, like,
that's
elites.
not either a human that's elite, or these dragon people that we meet, or these alien people that we meet, is a splice.
Is like a splice. So there's, like, mouse people and, like, bat people. And I'm surprised, but I don't really remember seeing cat people. There's obviously wolf people, that's Channing Tatum. Yeah. There's all kinds of, like,
shitty, yappy dog people is more like it.
He wasn't yappy.
He went to Flavortown and came back.
Stop hating on Channing Tatum.
I will never stop hating on Flavortown and Channing Tatum.
He is a gem. Protect Channing Tatum at all costs.
Flavortown, Channing Tatum, what? That's all I'm saying.
I can't.
He looks like he went to fucking Flavortown. He's got the dumbest goatee, and his hair's blonde, and they're like, he's albino. But, like, he just has...
he's half albino. You keep missing...
You can't be half albino.
But he's half albino. Wait, which half? We don't know.
Yeah, like the bottom half? Because the top half is just regular Channing Tatum, except for he has, like, kind of blonde hair and kind of a blonde dumb goatee.
Yeah,
but like
and
not
he spends
that
a good amount of time in this movie with
But he
his
has
shirt
fucking
off.
brown wings. If he was albino, why wouldn't he have white wings?
Half albino.
There was no white on his wings.
The wings aren't his. They're implants. You already said that.
Listen, but
why would the wings be also albino?
Why wouldn't he get albino wings if it's some sort of engineered genetic implant
because
bullshit?
He's upset about being half albino.
Is he, man? Do we know that? Because other than the throwaway line that he's half albino, which I'm pretty sure that's not how fucking albinism works, all right? We don't know. Hell, until they said it, I didn't even realize that his fucking hair was blonde. I thought he just had light brown hair. This movie makes no fucking sense. It's the worst. Oh, okay. I'm sorry to scream, but Jesus fucking Christ. This movie is dumb from fucking stem to stern.
This is the reason that I chose this movie for my friends to watch for my birthday.
Fucking stupid. Let me read the Netflix description.
The Netflix one is the best.
Which is just Jesus Christ. It's all absurd. All right. A young impoverished woman learns she's been predestined to change the fate of the universe after a genetically engineered hunter tracks her down. That's even less fucking descriptive.
Yeah. But it makes it sound way cooler. They're like, please, for the love of God, watch this movie.
We paid money. And nobody wants to see this fucking trash movie. Okay, let's go over the actors before I have a fucking stroke thinking about this movie again. Because I can feel my fucking heart. I can feel my blood pressure just like slowly picking up on lunchtime, which is not fucking great. Okay. So the lead actress in this is Mila Kunis. She plays a character named Jupiter Jones. There's a throwaway line about how Jupiter's a strange name, but I don't really think it is. So whatever the fuck that's on about. She is the genetic reincarnation of the bad guys' moms. Because all of our bad guys in this movie have mommy problems of varying degrees of both creepy and absurd.
Yes,
right?
and
There's
all
the girl
of the bad
who's
guys,
not evil, but kind of evil.
Well,
the
all
brother
of the bad guys
who's
want
the middle
to marry and also murder Mila Kunis, who is genetically their mom. And there's a lot of like throwaway lines about
how like we don't understand genetics, and how like if your genetics come back again, then it's the same person, even though like it's clearly
Mila
not.
Kunis
And Mila
also
Kunis
uses
is
this a lot. She's like, "But I'm your mom," sort of.
It's fucking dumb.
It's very...
It's so dumb.
It's very Oedipus. Oedipus would really
Oh, he was gonna love this, yeah. Same with, who's the asshat who thinks everybody wants to fuck their mom or whatever?
Oh, Freud. Oh, yeah.
It's
Oedipus
very
and Freud,
Oedipus and
somewhere,
Freud.
they're like, yes.
Yeah. They're fucking dancing in the middle of graves. Or whatever. Skeletons do. Yeah, oh my god, it's so fucking weird.
Next actor.
Okay. Next actor is Flavortown Channing Tatum. He plays a character named Kane. I didn't know his name was fucking Kane.
I didn't either, and I've watched this movie quite a bit.
Oh, I've seen this movie many times. Yeah, no.
Did
never
not
knew
realize
that he
his
had a
name was
name.
Kane.
Yeah.
Channing Tatum, fantastic in this, as always. He plays primo Channing Tatum.
He is the
Channing
third
Tatum
best character in this
doesn't even
movie.
have to act anymore. He's just him.
That's true.
It's fabulous.
He's the third best character in this movie with regard to an actor acting in this movie, but that's also because 99% of Channing Tatum's action in this movie is basically him like roller skating behind a green screen, just like, believe it or not, I'm walking on air, right? And then they just edit that into the skyline, and he's just like zoop, 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 getting like catching slopes in the sky because of a throwaway line that gravity boots render curves of gravity.
Oh, it did not make sense.
Some fucking dumb
when
nonsense
they talked about
like
how
that.
the gravity boots worked, he paused it and then talked to me about gravity for probably 40 minutes.
It's so dumb.
All right,
whatever.
next.
Okay, fucking Flavortown Channing Tatum. Eddie Redmayne. This is old ass Eddie Redmayne.
Who's that?
Eddie Redmayne's the older brother.
Oh, he's the
I know who that is.
brother.
I fucking love Eddie Redmayne.
He's a
so
good actor.
He's the first best actor in this movie because he plays somebody whose brain
has decayed.
lot of blows to the fucking head.
Decayed
He's
entirely.
just he's like I want everybody to do what I say.
But he's whispering. You gotta talk lower.
I'm gonna whisper like this. You gotta listen. We have to constantly, dude. I sit like 3 feet away from the fucking TV because that's where my computer station's set up for doing work.
We have to have the TV up twice as loud.
I'm like, oh, he's on. Turn the TV up. Okay, he's off screen. Turn it down. It's too loud because of explosions.
But sometimes,
oh, he's back on. Turn it up again.
But sometimes he would scream.
And then he screams at people, and it's like everything he does. He's just like, he's like, you let me down. Why did you let me down? And the fucking giant dragon monster who just like stabbed this cunt. First of all, motherfucker, right? But this like giant dragon monster is just like she escaped. Like what? I don't. We didn't expect her to have a fucking flying dog man to it, you know? And he's like, next time I'm gonna hold you accountable. Do it now. You're just like, what the fuck is happening to you, man? Eddie Redmayne is fucking insane in this. It's so good. Douglas Booth, he's the brother who's trying to fuck his mom.
Oh, yeah. We get to see him in like a weird space orgy at one point. There's probably 20 people floating in the air having a space orgy. In this
movie.
Yeah.
He does a good job also. He's so creepy in this movie.
Yeah.
Right? So he does a really good job. Sean Bean is in this movie. He's the second best actor in this movie. You know why he's the second best actor in this movie?
Why?
Because he doesn't die in this movie.
He doesn't die. Guys, we found a movie where he doesn't die, and
Sean
it's
Bean,
this movie.
Second best actor in this movie.
Yeah.
First.
Also, Sean Bean apparently is like the best keeper of bees everywhere. He is one with the bees.
Oh my god. This guy's front yard has like 9 million hives in it.
And
he has a
he
daughter
lets them, like,
that's
hive
a human.
up in the house.
And she's just okay with it.
By the way, he's also an alien.
He's also a dog man.
Yeah, he's also a dog man.
But he doesn't have dumb makeup to make him look like a dog man. This just looks like regular Sean Bean.
It's because he's not half albino. Next.
Yeah, but he's still half dog man. Albinism doesn't change your fucking face structure. It just lacks pigment.
I mean, I think he had the
Do we not know how... Did he?
Yeah.
I don't think he did.
But I don't think they were super pronounced.
Whatever. I get it. Sean Bean doesn't have to put on makeup. Who cares? He's the best. I love that guy.
Yeah.
Tuppence Middleton.
What?
That's the girl.
Oh, because that's a name from, like, The Hobbit. That's a straight Tolkien name right there. Tuppence Middleton, that's a Hobbit.
She could be a Hobbit, yeah. Her character's name is Calicu.
Sure.
Okay, I'm gonna read these. I'm gonna read the siblings' names, because again, I didn't really know that they had names. Balim Aberasix.
Okay.
So the oldest brother's name is Balim.
Okay, that's a dwarf.
Douglas, the brother who wants to fuck his mom, his name was Titus. Which sounds like some Greek shit.
Yeah.
All right, and then Tuppence's character name was Calicu or Caliqui or Colloqui.
That sounds like an elven name. Apparently, all of these space aliens have Tolkien names.
And she's like, in the beginning,
okay
you're just like, is she gonna betray? Is she a bad one? But she doesn't. But she also doesn't help.
No, she does not.
Right. So that's it. That's all of them.
Oh, okay, good.
I mean, that's all the ones that matter. There was obviously a ton of actors in this. I think that B characters, obviously my favorites were the dragon people, but since you couldn't tell their names or faces, who cares? There was a bat lady. She was fun. She was a bitch. There was a rat man. He was ratty, so, you know, that's to be expected or whatever. Yeah, I think those are the two main other species of person that we met. There were a lot of robot people, which are either robots that are wearing flesh masks, or people that have robot stuff attached to their face to cause their skin to be removed and come out here a little bit.
Yeah, and
there's this border of shit around it, and in this sequence, they basically just go to Harry Potter.
Yeah, there was no explaining.
It was just like, hey guys, we need a sequence of bureaucratic stuff because, I don't know, we're going to take a pause for jokes in this movie. And then, so they pause for jokes, which is a 30-minute sequence of them having to deal with bureaucracy in a galactic scale. And it's like, you need a F-25 and you need to go down to acquisitions and get a B426 Delta sheet. And like, it's not only is it absurd because any of this is having to happen, it's absurd because the moment they get in there, everybody's using like flip cards and like this dude has a machine
it's like so high tech that these guys are like in space.
It's like
but they've got like
shit.
Index cards and like a Rolodex that
and like ladders and shit. I mean, like this dog man who escaped the military was able to get his hands on fucking hover boots, and you're using a fucking ladder. One dude's like cranking a machine and it's like smoking and sparking and shit, and it's like, just get a machine. They're fucking everywhere. Like, it makes no sense, and it's so Harry Potter. It's so like just wood buildings and like clickety clacking and like dwarves and wizards in the background and shit. I swear to God, there was a Harry Potter film being shot at the same time as this, and somebody was like, "Hey, listen, man, we can't hire actors, and we don't have a set. Can we just use your actors and set?" And they're like, "Yeah, but," and they're like, "We're not going to change anything. They just do what they were doing in Harry Potter. We're just going to drop our characters in." Like, real talk, if it came out that they just spliced our characters into Harry Potter scenes through CGI, I wouldn't even be fucking shocked. It's so absurd, and it's long too. It's like a 20-minute fucking sequence for her to get a tattoo.
Is really long. The whole movie is really long.
It's 2 hours and 7 minutes or something.
2 hours and like 9 minutes.
Yeah, 2 hours and 9 minutes.
Yeah, so it's surprisingly long for the level of camp that it is, and it's just man. I really feel like I'm feeding off of your frustration with this movie right now.
So much out of this movie,
but also they needed to add so much.
Yeah, cut out all the shit that doesn't make any sense or serve a purpose. Also, every fucking time. Okay, the first time in your action movie, when, like, the damsel in distress is about ready to be thrown off a building precariously by the bad guy, and Superman has to whoosh as fast as he can across the planet to go save her, that's like, it's tense and dramatic. But, like, by the 5th time in this movie, you're like, we get it. Either sign the thing or put your hand on it or whichever one we're talking
your
about.
Brother
Who
or whatever,
cares? Right, son.
Like, or son. Yeah.
Right. Genetic Echo son, whatever.
Yeah,
it's not
marry
important.
your kid.
Right, like it's like
kid.
do it or don't do it. But she's like, and she's holding back, and fucking Flavortown Channing Tatum's fucking walking on air to her rescue, right? Through fucking laser guns and whatever the
and
fuck,
she's
right?
Just like standing there,
and she's like standing there, and the boyfriend and the son, brother, boyfriend, Jesus Christ. Woo! The son's like, you gotta say this, and she's like, well, okay, this, and he's like, okay, now you gotta say this, and she's like, okay, this. And he's like, okay, now you gotta put your hand on the thing. And she puts her hands on the thing. And, like, for his, it was like, boop. And it's like, boop, 3D printed a ring, you're married now. Done. Yeah. Right? And she puts her hand on it, and it's like, boop. Yeah, real slow. And then she pulls her hand away, and she's like, I don't know if we should do this. Like, bitch, you had, like, at least an hour to prepare to not do this, and you were making this decision right now. So, what the fuck, right? And then it jump cuts to Channing Tatum walking on air, and then it jump cuts back to her, like, and then he, like, grabs her and puts a hand on it, and it's, like, still really slow, and you're just like, just save her or kill her? I don't fucking care anymore. Move on. Why do I have 5 minutes of walking on air? I don't care.
The walking on air sequences were gratuitous.
They're so long, and there's, like, 8 of them.
Gratuitous.
It's absurd.
Gratuitous.
She's whatever the fucking polar opposite of a Mary Sue is. She's not everything she does can't go wrong. She's the exact opposite of that. She is every chance she gets to do the exact opposite of the thing that she wants to do and put her life in danger, she's gonna do it. Right? At one point in time, she's like, I'm gonna sacrifice myself to save my family. And you're like, okay, that's a character development. Great. And then she gets there, and she asks him, she's like, after I sign away all of my rights, and you set my family free, how long until you kill the Earth? And he's like, I'm going to kill the Earth right now. And she's like, okay, maybe I'll still sign it.
I wonder
and you're like,
if this movie would
pass. Dumb?
Would this movie pass the Bechdel test?
No.
And what about the beginning when they're talking about the telescope? No,
because they're talking about the dad. And then with the family, they're talking about the dad and the new boyfriend.
Yeah.
And her uncles and stuff.
With the daughter, they're talking about.
With the daughter, they're talking about. Yeah, you know what? I don't think
this movie wouldn't even pass the Bechdel test.
I don't think this movie would pass the Bechdel test. Yeah.
We're gonna have to start thinking about that when we do these reviews. Why not?
I can't promise that.
I bet you most movies that we watch don't pass the Bechdel test.
Yeah.
Which is too bad because I really love Mila Kunis, but they really made her character kind of like a dumbass. But she's just. She's just not wrong. Pretty.
She's so fucking dumb, but she's super pretty, so it works.
Yeah.
That's fine. Channing Tatum's character is dumb, but he's super pretty. I mean, for Flavortown.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's been John ranting about this movie while I cackle and absorb his life force. Because that's basically what watching this movie is. So. If you haven't already watched it, highly recommend that you watch Jupiter Ascending.
If you watch it, let us know.
Experience it. Bathe in its reality.
You bask in reality.
Yeah, I guess basking is it.
You bathe in the soup of its bullshit.
Yeah.
It's bullshit
so I
soup.
guess
It's delicious.
Instead of doing those Facebook things where you donate to a cause, for my birthday, watch Jupiter Ascending.
Yeah.
If nothing else, so that you can suffer. And you can understand why he's so ranty about it.
All right.
Either way, I've been Wife.
I'm John. This was Review Jive, that fucking shitty movie. Like, comment, share, subscribe, do all that kind of shit, and we will catch you guys on the flip side.